Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this Dirk Nowitzki build. We're going to be going 6'11" with this build because if you guys do not know, Shifty Shooter is still height capped to builds that are 6'11" and under. But I think this build on NBA 2K26 is going to be way better than any Dirk build on 2K25, simply because you can get way more shooting on these builds. 91 three-pointer on a minimum wingspan 6'11" is nutty. But now let's take a moment to talk about our sponsors at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K Lab is providing a premium service for NBA 2K26 where you can get all types of premium content, which include motion styles, advanced jump shot practices, custom jump shots, custom jump shot recommenders, custom jump shot practice tools, dribble rankings, so many different things that you can get on premium at NBA2KLab.com. And today you can use code Joey to get 20% off at discount. Thanks once again to NBA 2K Lab. Now let's get back to the video. We're gonna start things out here in the finishing. We have a 92 close shot that's enough for Hall of Fame float game, which is tier 2, gold hook specialist, which is also tier 2, paint prodigy on gold, which is a tier 1 badge. So if you want to use a max +2 on either of these, well, just a max +1 on the float game, but you can max +2 hook specialist if you want to legend as a tier 2 badge at 6'11", which is really nice. Now we have a 75 driving layup, which is bronze layup mix master, bronze physical finisher, and again, float game because of the close shot. I like having a little bit of layup on my Dirk build, so that's why we went with that. All right, so driving dunk, standing dunk, not going to be high on this build, 72 just for the bronze grinds up, 90 post control. It's the same thresholds as last year. So on this build, you'll get gold post powerhouse, gold post up poet. I did not show it in the builder, but just trust me, it's the exact same threshold. We're gonna move on to the shooting though. For the shooting, we have already legend post fade feed on with that 94 mid-range shot. We also get Shifty Shooter on gold as a tier 2 badge. We also get Deadeye on gold as a tier 1 badge and set shot specialist on Hall of Fame as a tier 1 badge. So when you do a shooting specialization on this build, which is what I would recommend that you would do, that means you will have enough max +2s and max +1s to have Shifty Shooter on legend, Deadeye on legend, set shot specialist +1 up to legend. So these are 2 max +2s. You have a third. You have one from your specialization, one from the season pass for a tier 1, another one from the season pass for a tier 2. So this is your tier 2 with Shifty. This is your other tier 2 with Deadeye. And since we get a 91-3, we also have silver limitless range as a tier 1 badge. So altogether, this build has legend Shifty Shooter, legend Deadeye, legend set shot specialist, Hoff limitless range, all on a 6'11". These were the shooting badges that you could get on a 6'6" last year. Again, these were the shooting badges and damn near the shooting ratings that you could get on a 6'6" last year, okay? This is absolutely insane. We're gonna move on to the playmaking a little bit. 75 pass accuracy, silver break starter, silver dimer, nothing crazy. Ball handle's gonna be a 75. Speed with ball's gonna be a 60. That gets you Zion Williamson dribble style, but I think the better ones are actually Giannis and KD in my opinion. I don't know if you could get KD on this build, but you will get Giannis because Giannis is the 55. Giannis is really good. Good same hand launch with that. And with the 75 ball handle, you'll get a lot of SIGs on this build. You'll get KD, you'll get Giannis, you get pretty much, I think also Paolo as well. Or if you want to put the ball on the floor, get jiggy a little bit. This build's got a little bit of KD vibes to it when it comes to that. So this isn't 100% a perfect Dirk build. You could probably go lower ball handle, lower speed with ball, and go higher on the close shot if you wanted to make a more accurate Dirk build. I want to dribble. So we ended up going 75 ball handle. Defense, interior defense is an 85. That's off ball passed on gold. Silver post move lockdown. We have 62 perimeter defense for bronze movable enforcer, 60 steal for bronze interceptor. You guys know all the thresholds by now. We've dealt with them for an entire year, and now we're going into 2K26, and they're all the same. 74 block, bronze paint patroller, bronze high flying denier. If you want to go up to 78, you can and get the silver high flying denier. That's an option that you can have to max +1 maybe, but Dirk ain't getting chased down blocks like that. Let's be real. Rebounding, 85 defensive rebound, that silver rebound chaser, gold box out beast. I want to mention this every single time I have a video with box out beast tied to it. Box out beast is no longer tied to strength, which is really great. So I don't have to meet the strength requirement, but on this build, we do have an 86 strength, so we would have met the strength requirement regardless. 76 speed, 68 agility, 65 vertical. I just like maxing out my speed and my agility if I can. I understand that's not the most accurate thing when it comes to a Dirk build, but I went a little bit more accurate with the vertical at least. So now let's talk about takeovers. Takeovers, you get a lot of different takeovers that you can use on this build. You get Sharpshooter, which boosts your shot making from standstill and off the dribble, as well as an increased shot chance off of ankle breakers. It also improves your ability to get off the ball, open off the ball. This is very similar to the Silky Shooter takeover and the Marksman takeover put together from last year. You also get 3-point architect because you only have to meet the takeover requirement for the ability. So you get 3-point architect on this build, which lets you get a 96-3, 81 ball handle, and an 81 pass act. It's gonna be very interesting to see how effective the 81 ball handle could be. Like, let's say you make a 6'10 or a 6'9 that gets deep bomber, and like you could also boost your ball handle, maybe get the better momentum dribbles on like a 6'9. That would be nice. Now we move down. You have, again, badges like abilities like Chef, 96-3, 99 mid, 81 ball handle, deep bomber takeover. Clinic is back. We've already talked about this one in a previous video. We talked about this with the 7-4 stretch. Probably what I'm going to use on that build. But you still get 96-3. 99 mid, 81 layup. This was a really good takeover last year. Is Glass Gunner back again this year? Same takeover ability, but obviously takeover ability is a little bit different this year. But boost your 3, boost your mid, boost your defensive rebound. Another takeover is Offensive Artist, similar to last year. Sharpshooter takeover ability, 99 mid, 96-3, 81 pass act. Now this is an interesting one. I don't think it would be super effective on this type of build, but there is a Savant takeover, which boosts your 3-point, your mid, and your steal. Now this takeover is actually soup, and I'm going to use this on the 6'9 build that I will show probably the day before the game comes out. This is called Triple Threat. Sprague actually told me about this one. Deep bomber takeover ability. It boosts your mid-range, 3-pointer, and driving dunk. Now this doesn't necessarily apply to this build because our driving dunk is low, but if you make like a BP type of build with like high 3, high dunk, this might go crazy, not gonna lie. And those are pretty much all the takeovers that we unlock. I didn't see any post-scoring takeovers. I forget what you have to do to get those, but I didn't get any post-scoring takeovers on this build. Let me see if there's one I can pause on really quickly. Barbecue chicken. What did I do wrong here? Oh, you need standing dunk to get some. You need standing dunk to get paint surgeon. That's tough. That is tough. That's unfortunate. And Paint Surgeon is a new takeover. Increases the success rate for dunking and finishing under the basket. Easier to beat defenders with post back downs, moves, fakes, and shots. So if you want to get post take this year, you have to have an 80 standing dunk. That's interesting. That's okay with me though, because if I were to make a Dirk build, I would want to use either sharpshooting or deep bomber, in my personal opinion. I think the ability that you get with that is absolutely insane. Deep bomber lets you shoot from Yucatan, Uzbekistan, Wakanda for all I care. You're gonna shoot from ridiculous range. And then the sharpshooter takeover is literally Silky Shooter plus Marksman put together. Does that not sound crazy? Like, those are probably the 2 takeovers that I would want to use. All right, so we're gonna come out of the My Player Builder, get shades of Larry Bird, Dolph Shays, and Dirk Nowitzki. 0203 Mavericks Dirk Nowitzki. Build names 2-way, 3-level shot creator. Top badge is post face phenom, set shot specialist, and float game. Obviously those change once you put your max +2s on. Cool strengths, cool weaknesses. Overall, I think this is a really good build. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Now, once I was done making that build, I went into the My Court, went over to Learn 2K, and I actually started shooting around with Dirk Nowitzki just to show you guys how good of a shooter this build can be. Obviously, it's not the same build, same ratings, but it's based off of Dirk. It's inspired off of Dirk. This is Dirk's jump shot right here. We're doing regular catch and shoots without the quick catch, aka the no dip mechanic. And you can tell I'm shooting on Hall of Fame difficulty because when I mistime a shot, it says early and late. Pure green windows on Hall of Fame difficulty are very small in this year's game, but once you get your jump shot timing down, you can absolutely go crazy. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, man. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.